Hello, third grade readers. Last time we were together, we talked about how you could predict the way that a book's life lesson might go by taking a look at the flaps in the book, any of the blurbs, um, just previewing what the life lesson or theme might be. Today, what I want to teach you is, in some ways, a reminder of something that we already know. We want to pay attention to a character's problems. We've talked about this throughout the year. So the thing that I want to specifically teach you today is what you can do when you are paying attention to problems. Because when you pay attention to a character's problems, you can grow some ideas. You can grow some ideas about the type of person the character is, in other words, their traits. You can also grow some ideas about what the book's life lesson might be. And I always want to remind you some ways to think about life lesson, coming up with your own, or thinking of common ones that already appear. So I just want to show you how I might pay attention to characters' problems and then maybe grow some ideas, either through character traits or life lessons. I'm going to use each kindness again, and we'll try that out. So there's two characters we could think about in this book. There's Maya and there's Chloe, right? So if we look at one of the characters first, maybe we could think about Maya, right? When Maya, I'm just looking at the text, she's, always trying to reach out to Chloe. She brings things to recess. She asks them to play day after day, and Chloe sort of ignores her, right? And says she's not her friend. But each day she keeps asking them to play, bringing new things to recess. So if I were to try some of this work, I might think that, well, maybe Maya is the type of person who perseveres, right? She's perseverant. She's hopeful. Maybe that's a trait. A life lesson of the story is maybe related to that, based thinking about how Maya responds to her problems is maybe don't let setbacks get in your way, right? Or always try to make new friends could be some life lessons. Let's think together now with the other character in this book, Chloe. We read this earlier. Let's think about what might have been some of her problems. I think hers come a little bit later in the book, right? When the teacher is asking everybody to put a stone in the water and watch the rocks ripple out for something kind that they've done, but she can't think of anything kind, right? And she even leaves later that day thinking about how she had treated Maya, and she feels bad, right? That she never had an opportunity to do something kind. So let's think for a moment. What does Chloe's problem of feeling sort of guilty of how she treated Maya, what does that say about what kind of person she is? Think for a moment to yourself. You might have said maybe that makes her a thoughtful person, right? Because she's thinking about what she's done, a reflective person, a person who's trying to get better, an honest person. She was kind of honest with herself. So, what does this say about how Chloe responds to her problem? I want you to think alongside me for a moment. What does that say about what another life lesson or theme of this book might be? Think. What might it be? Based on the way Chloe responded to her problem, what is another life lesson? You might say it's important to be kind to others, right? It's important not to be rude or maybe to include others who would like to join something, right? It's important to look back on past deeds and to reflect on them and to do better next time, right? Those are some life lessons. But the point is this: whenever you're reading, you want to pay attention to a character's problem because the problem can give you a lot of information for growing ideas. The problem can tell you, especially in the ways in which that character reacts to a problem, it can tell you what kind of person they are, and it can give you insight into the life lesson and the themes. Now, of course, you have to do that work yourself, and it could look like, writing down your work. You could do it in a notebook, right? You could also do it in a Google Doc notebook where you might say, your book is each kindness, each kindness, right? Character. I could say something like Maya Her problem is that she tries to make friends at school, but everyone ignores her. She brings new toys every day and asks to play. This shows that she is a persistent and hopeful person. A life lesson of this book could be to never give up or to remain hopeful in hard times, right? You could write a paragraph. I could make like a little table with like one character is here, one character is there. You can also do this in your notebook and upload a, perhaps you upload a photo of your jottings later. But my reminder to you is anytime you're reading, pay attention to character's problem. You can grow ideas about their traits and also about the life lessons. Try this out today as you're reading in your book clubs and have fun. Good luck with it, and I'll see you online.